everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, where the last 2 runs have just been, like, the easiest runs in my history on planet Earth. And I'm not saying that to be braggadocious, you know, this is ZZ9P EW80 is all I'm trying to say to you. Wait, let me try again. ZZ9P EW80, find out what the seed is gonna... Wait, no. Find out if it's a great seed. ZZ9PW80. Where's my magic mushy? Give it to me, 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 give it to me. Anyway, they've been. You've probably turned off the episode by now, so now that we can talk, you know, one-to-one, it's basically just had great seeds, and you know, I can't complain whatsoever about this. Hey, it was a bad time for a frame rate dip, if you'll excuse me. We're gonna close that and get good to go here. All right, Samson, easy money. And by that, what I mean is if we get money, the run could be easy. We basically need 5 cents, try to get a blood bank. In my head, I said don't say the wrong thing, and I said the wrong thing, probably because I was overthinking it. But if we're able to make that happen, ooh, Mom's a key? I can see forever, also very good, and you know, I don't mind an orbital at this point, even if it's not the 10 out of 10 best orbital we'd ever expect to see. If we get an IV bag, I had to check. If we get an IV bag, we're usually in a pretty good spot as Samson, as long as we can, you know, keep ourselves in, that sucks, in relatively good shape health-wise, because we can basically mill our own HP for damage, which, you know, tends to work out pretty well. Mom's Razor, it's better, and I don't like this style of orbital, but I'll talk about it anyway. It's better defensively than it is offensively, because it just doesn't do that much damage. Balls of Steel's nice. I'm excited. It's largely irrelevant, probably. We'll hold tiers down, so that at least... You guys don't spawn into other things, do you? At least if we somehow end up getting PhD, then it'll become a tiers upgrade. But the odds of this are very, very low, and I accept that fully. So Larry, I was going to call him Larry David. Larry Jr., a little dangerous with I'm excited, but obviously we sorted it out. We're looking like we're in a great spot, actually. Even with the tiers downgrade, which is pretty bad. All we wanted to see is an arcade, and that's exactly what we got. So we're gonna crank on this. And the thing is, even if it only works for us on this floor, i.e. it doesn't give us IV bag with any reasonable length of time, or within any reasonable length of time, it's still really good for giving us like 1 full floor of having like 5 devil cards. I can see forever is also fine. I'm gonna blow you up, which I shouldn't have done that quickly, but that's fine. Because now we have like, I mean, not like, we have literally 10 damage, so... I'm feeling very, very good about this situation. Oh, you guys have I'm Excited active right now, despite the fact that I popped that on a previous floor. No, no harm, no foul. Don't worry. That's my bad in some way that I'll find a way to justify later. Still in a good spot. Do need to be very worried about, apparently about I'm Excited popping. If I remember correctly, I think Bleed makes enemies take more damage, so... It can be nice, I guess, to inflict a bigger enemy with bleed and then take them out, but it's not going to work all the time here. And there is a little bit of danger inherent in it. Oh, hey, yeah, I was going to give you a key anyway, so don't even sweat it. Every time I see a key beggar, I go, give him a key. Come on, be nice. He's worked for it. He's not going to spend it on locks immediately. It's going to be like a very small subset of the population that's going to hear that joke and be like, I don't get it. Why is he talking about smoked salmon? I'm not talking about smoked salmon. I'm talking about the thing that you insert a key into. Key value pair? No, not a multi-set, you nerd. Nerds have their pants pulled down and they are spanked with moon rocks. Normally, I wouldn't think it's the biggest priority for us to, you know, use a bomb to get a red heart, but because of the chance of getting IV bag and that having, like, potentially enormous implications, I did it back there, and I'll do it again right here. If we have to. Which we do. I can see forever, so we know where our secret rooms are likely to be. Either way, again, this is the thing with Samson. If you can get that arcade, sure, you get the chance at an IV bag or a blood bag, either of which would be fine, varying from fine to great. You also get the damage bonus on the floor, which I talked about, but even if you get the chance to just play it a lot either way, you get a bunch of money. So we can go to our shop and hopefully pick up, you know, the ideal combination would be like Steam sale restock or something like that, but we got 52 cents. So this is actually like a really, really good situation to be in. I don't know if I'll walk back to play the blood bank once. I acknowledge completely that that one play may well be IV bag, but at some point, you know, saner heads have to prevail. So, like, both of these are pretty horrible. Bunch of red hearts? Not a bunch of red hearts. Ooh, Guppy's tail. Nothing wrong with that. Gup's tail. Woohoo. Mostly good for enabling transformations. This is not the syllabic structure of this. I'll tell you what, for 2 cents, I'll go back and give it a try. Gotta check on that. Bombs are key. Pretty much irrelevant at this point. I really don't want to buy the Bible. 15 cents to enable Bookworm and fly occasionally is just, like, not very good. We know we're going to get an arcade, though. Or not an arcade, sorry. A deal with the devil. Unless we die, we'll get a deal with the devil. So, we're not going to play this guy anymore. I'm sorry. You did... I don't need to apologize. You did great work. You got me up to 10 damage. Unfortunately, we're going to be back down to 3.5 after the end of this floor. But, you know, you made this floor nice. And I respect that and I appreciate that, so thank you. So let's try our strat here. I want him to bleed. He's not bleeding. I'm not bleeding. Yeah, he will not bleed. I don't understand. Well, you know what? Quirks of the game. It's probably because of the lore. The deep monster lore I'm unaware of. Definitely will take Maw of the Void. Nice little damage boost. I basically accidentally walked into Betrayal. Don't tell anybody. Mom's coin purse has X-Lax. Tears down. Tears up. I guess we'll take Tears down with us. So if we're not able to use our HP with IV bag, we'll use our HP to pick up deals with the devil instead. Betrayal sucks, and there was basically no reason to pick it up. But Maw of the Void is wonderful. And I'm glad we didn't take a bad spacebar item from the shop, because we got a bad spacebar item right here for the low price of, you know, on the house. It's much better. But even 5.19 damage is not a bad position to be in by any stretch of the imagination, especially with the added, you know, ring from Maw of the Void dealing a bunch of damage. We got room to grow, and it is fair to remember that on, like, the previous episodes, I mean, by the end of 3 episodes ago or something, or the end of the episode 2 episodes ago. It's gonna charge Bob's rotten head. We had 75 damage or something. I know on one of them we got, I believe, every damage multiplier you can get. Now I know that after the first one, they don't actually help you out that much. I'm just suggesting, you know, we were spoiled for choice. We're starting to run out of keys, which I wouldn't say it has me too concerned, but something to keep an eye on here. I thought this was an XL floor. Like, I thought that was an arcade for a second. I was freaking out. Very surprising we got out of that without taking damage. Mom's bottle of pills. Basically bad. I forgot. No, we don't have to worry about our keys that much. Well, we'll take it, I guess. If it tears up pills in a rotation, we'll take it. And balls of steel, but... it's not that bad, because we can use our keys to open chests as long as we're using pay-to-play to open doors, which we don't have a choice. We're going to have to do that, which is awesome. So I think we can actually afford to go down to key 0 if we want to. Key 0, 0. Our key container's empty. See, we don't need many keys. Key 0, 0. See, that's Que Sera, Sera, but instead of Que Sera, Sera, I've changed it into Isaac-related lyrics. What a comedy genius. Well, I mean, you said it, not me, in you know, the royal you. Okay, so we're gonna peep our shop here, I'm assuming, and I'll pay for blue map. I'm not particularly thrilled about the prospect of it, but probably should pay for a key as well. Blue map's not doing much for us right here, but you know, I've got my innate sense to handle that. Stars card. Well, we would probably keep a strength card, because the stars card at this point saves us literally a single penny. So it's not high on the food chain. Ended up being a surprisingly good value right there. How about boss rush? I think there's a genuine chance a boss rush could happen. It would be nice if we sort of beat the odds and got to deal with the devil on this floor. The odds aren't great, but they aren't bad. Ooh, I didn't deviate from the path as quickly as I should have. You are very fast. We beat the odds. Okay. No Krampus. I mean, okay, here's the deal. We'll take this. I don't think Little Delirium's great, but then we'll pop our strength card. We'll pick up Eye of Belial. I think this item is actually quite good. And then we'll take our HP upgrade anyway, and I don't care about the diaper. So that ended up being a very, very good strength card. I would still absolutely love IV Bag, which means I probably should not play the Demon Judgment first. That's a little bit of a silly play. Even though the Demon Judgment could also give me great stuff. So the Key Beggar, like, I'm sorry, buddy. You just got no chance. More HP is exactly what we need right now. So we're gonna, like... You know what? Let's play the Demon Judgment first. I want to see what you got. I think it's debatable what could be better here. We're still getting the damage bonus on this floor either way. And if he gives me Gimpy or something like that, we're solid. So I know we probably shouldn't be doing this part, but I'm going to do it anyway because, you know, wait till I get my money, right? It's just you can't tell me nothing. Experimental treatment. Largely not that bad. The damage decrease may eventually be heinous, but for now, you're like, hey, we're still at 11 damage. Who cares? You don't need as much damage with piercing shots. Of course, I'd always rather have more, but... I'm excited. Please stop with these awful pills I have no interest in. Satanic Bible is lovely. We're gonna get Bookworm here, which also helps to compensate for the damage downgrade. Book of Sin. She's giving us a red heart. Pretty much the ideal payout. I mean, we should go with Satanic Bible is kind of the more boring choice, but it's also definitely the right choice. And weirdly enough, this run is kind of like a little bit of one of those ones where we should adhere to best practices. Stats are good, and maybe I'm only thinking this because it's slightly worse, at least... It's not as good as quickly as the runs we've had recently, but we shouldn't really be too concerned about the way things are going here, because it's like the easiest run we've... Well, I mean, now I'm just verbal diarrhea. It's been a long day. IV Bag, that's what we're looking for, and we even have the HP necessary to make it work. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, deals with the angel are my new best friend. Deals with the devil are no longer my best friend. By the way, the better our damage is, we're not going to get any deals with the angel. Unless we get duality, but... the better our damage is, the better Maw of the Void is, because it kills things faster, and when it kills things, they can drop black hearts. So, really, this is like, it's a run where the rich are just going to keep getting richer, ideally at least. The only thing, and this has undone more Samson runs than I'd like to admit. The only thing that's very dangerous in this situation is the... Ooh, I don't know. Maybe this is good? I had a tangent that is now irrelevant. Every time we use the IV Bag, we're gonna get an incredibly small all stats upgrade. What a weird concept. Okay, so Libra, and it's still good, don't get me wrong. Not Libra necessarily, but like our run is still good. But I think the Libra pickup was a big question mark. And it's a big question mark that's also given us the middle finger. It's like it's an edgy question mark. Death's touch, razor blade. This was highly debatable whether or not we should have even done this, because now we have no HP with which to use IV bag. So our stats might be horrible on the next floor. But we did get a little HP, which is nice. And we did also get Death's Touch, which was a good stats upgrade for us to begin with. I think, at least. So, we used this once. And this is the moment of truth, honestly. I'm very eager to see how things work out for us here. But it's, I don't know if we've ever had, we've probably had this before, but it's still a strange run. Child's Heart is going to potentially pay huge dividends for us here. And it's tempting, because actually Blood Bag would be very nice. The speed upgrade would be an all-stats upgrade. You gotta try. It's not like we're using the money for anything. This is why I like Libra. You don't have to... Libra is, like, very shy. It always shows up with these Curses of the Blind, and I'm like, you don't need to do that. It's okay. I love you just the way you are. When I see your face, I know my stats are gonna change, 'cause Libra balances your stats constantly. This is where normally you'd be saying, alright, he's gonna say the second part that's actually gonna make this relevant, but I think I've just lost it on that one. I think that one's just dusted. Yeah, botched bit. Hey, it happens from time to time. At least I'm not a surgeon. Not that there's any danger of that. Botched bit means something a lot different if you're working in the, the surgery department. It means a lawsuit. High voltage! Where's our item room? I'm always resentful these days when they put the item room far away from the boss room. And far away from the shop, for that matter. Like... what am I supposed to just spend my whole life exploring? How about you just give me the item and we leave it at that? Dude, we're getting every deal with the devil. Like, I can't avoid a deal with the devil. It's a wonderful situation. Infested? Can't believe there were still 2 pills we hadn't seen at this point. We've been pretty vigilant about getting as many of them as we can. Bombs are key. Sure, I'll tell you what. We'll use 1 bombs are key. I only say 1 because there were actually 2 back there. I think it's pretty clear that this run is still pretty good. It's still pretty hot. I'm trying to bring back That's Hot. Well, actually, like, Michael A.L. Fox said That's Hot on Twitter. And I'm trying to appeal to a younger audience. I was 15 when The Simple Life, 14 or 15, when The Simple Life started airing with, Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton. I just call them Nicole and P. Hilt, which is unintentionally ironic given her rise to fame. But either way, that show really appealed to me for many reasons that I'm now trying to make up on the fly, because obviously it was like a garbage piece of entertainment. That was so stupid of me. But yeah, Paris Hilton, she had this very common phrase, "That's hot." And I'm like, we should bring that back, because it just says everything. World peace achieved in the West Bank? That's hot. Don't you worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be alright? Oh, that's hot. McDonald's all-day breakfast? Oh, that's hot as hell. It's like the exact opposite of that don't impress me much. Remember that? I had a friend who actually, he's like a literal genius, and I don't mean that in the way that, like, I'm gonna insult him, so I'm gonna compliment him first, so you don't think I'm a bad guy. This guy's actually a straight-up genius who does some genius work right now. But when it comes to culture, he's a little, you'd be surprised what he's into, I guess. And that's not, I'm not saying he's into shameful things, necessarily. I'm just saying, like, I remember he was talking to me, this is like 12 years ago, and he's like, dude, the press is not being very nice to Paris Hilton. That song, Stars Are Blind, is actually like a really good pop song. And I'm like, are you feeling okay? Like, one of the smartest dudes I know, and you think that Paris Hilton's music career is gonna take off. Here's the thing. Paris Hilton, that was like the playbook in 2004. It's like, get famous, maybe for fellatio, maybe not, doesn't matter. And then, you know, spin it out. Model, actress, music career. But if you're gonna be Paris Hilton, and your whole brand is predicated on trashiness, and this is not Paris Hilton now, I don't know what she does now, okay? And it's better this way. That was the brand for her in like 2004. It was basically like, you know, she goes out and parties all the time, and then, you know, her TV show is like, I'm gonna go work as a welder, and then they'd be like, hey, put on this welding mask, and she'd be like, this doesn't match my outfit, and you're like, come on, nobody's this stupid. I know you're not this stupid, you're playing it up for entertainment, but your brand is I'm not saying your brand is worthless, I'm just saying your brand is trashiness. And then the song comes out, it's like, even if the gods are crazy, even if the stars are blind, if you show me real love, baby, I'll show you mine. You're like, okay, it's too Disney Channel. I don't know what your consultants were thinking. You should have come out with like some Peaches level, just raunchy. I would have had, and I think this goes for the public at large, I'm not saying it would have been a hit, but neither was Stars Are Blind, because it turns out people are happy to watch you for free, but not necessarily to buy your single on iTunes. Either way, if she had just come out and if she had Lady Gaga's like disco stick or something like that, you know, let's have some fun, this beat is sick, I want to take a ride on your disco stick, I think that would have been like so much more applaudable. Instead, she got famous for having a tape in which she engages in fellatio and then sexual intercourse, or so I hear. And then, you know, a TV show where she's just basically a jerk to working class blue collar folks. And then, oh, but they got Union Rail. It's like some Who Is John Galt stuff. No, they got paid scale for that. So don't tell me they weren't getting their share. Okay, let's go in here. I know we could go for the Guppy dream, but I'm just a little nervous about the whole HP situation right now, which is why I also have not used IV bag on this floor. Anyway, you can't come out and then do a song that's like, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. You gotta trash it up. You did it. We don't need that. I know Shielded Tears could be good here, but you did an ad with Carl's Jr. where you put on a bikini, basically, and then ate a Carl's Jr., like, you know, jalapeno popper baconator while getting, like, soaking wet washing this car. And then, you know, what do you want for your first single, Paris? Should it be, you know, let's have some fun, this beat is sick, I want to take a ride on your disco stick? That seems on brand. No, do the one about wholesome real love. I think that's what the Paris Hilton brand represents right now. Anyway, you know, I don't work in the industry, mostly, so I'm not going to tell her what to do, but I will tell her that her experiment failed. I don't wish her any ill will, you know? Anymore. In 2004, I wouldn't say I wished her harm in 2004, but I was like, hey, have you guys seen Adaptation? It's a really, Charlie Kaufman's done it again. And then everyone's like, I just watched The Simple Life, and I'm like, why can't other 10th graders be intellectuals? This is exactly the right time to be having these sorts of discussions. We're getting our learner's permit next year. We can drive to the independent movie theater. Why did my voice become this? I don't know. What do you got for me? Nothing, okay. I mean, I sort of want to open that, but at the same time, I'm not sure that I do. No, I'm glad I did. So we're going to keep cranking on, like, IV bag here, in case it's not abundantly clear. It seems like we're not getting as much out of it as I thought that we would. Like, yeah, we're not even getting stat bonuses anymore. Like, we're already at the max. And I'm not talking about, you know, the colloquial name for TJ Maxx that we all know and love. I have no idea what TJ Maxx is. I live in Canada. We don't have TJ Maxx. We got Tim Hortons. We don't have J.C. Penney. We had Zellers temporarily. until they got bought by Target and then went out of business in a very strange business deal that nobody understands to this day, effectively. Hey, stop that. Be a great name for a show. Me walking around. Today on Hey, Stop That. You know, then it's like some guy on an airplane moves your carry-on into a place where it's getting crushed to put his carry-on up there, and then I just walk up. Hey, Northernlion from Hey, Stop That here. Just wanted to say, hey, stop that! And the whole plane turns to them. Hey, stop that! Guy in a BMW cuts you off without using a signal light. You know, sirens. Wee-oo, wee-oo. Oh, what seems to be the problem, officer? Hey, stop that! The whole, you know, traffic turns to him. Hey, stop that! Dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna be me. And also, that is a great idea for a show. Everybody wants to feel superior. Remember, that's the best Tears for Fears song. I want more damage, please. I know it's not that easy, but... let's go. That's a stat increase. Nice. Actually, a pretty good one. And we're Guppy. The world is our oyster. The world is our can of salmon. We're good to go. I mean, we're still, like, stat-wise, this run is very unlikely to ever be elevated above, like, just being pretty good. But in terms of, like, the other stuff we got going on, the thing is it can't be anything worse than pretty good in every category. Plus, we're Guppy. So the things we got going for us right now is, like, as long as any one stat is good, all of them are pretty good. The other thing is, oh, right, we're Guppy, so we create, like, a vast army of flies that destroy our foes for us. So we're going to crack into this. We might as well take it. Nothing we can do about it, so... and then we'll... hopefully... we're trying to use our keys for good, basically. I think that'll... we're not going to get too much out of it, but I think it is better. And even the Steven upgrade was not that good from a raw damage perspective, but we got the win, like... maybe slow down the key usage ever so slightly, but... it is going to be tough for us to carve out a loss from a fairly easy victory here. I think, at least. Infamy is also great. Completely justifies coming in here in the first place. We do have to slow down our key usage, though, dude. So I'm going to well, I'm going to dice shard all this stuff on the ground. Might as well, you know, get a little more mojo out of it. We'll dice shard it. I mean, we're still using keys, because I basically can't be trusted to keep my word here, but got a Verp pill, which gives us... I can see forever. That was the last pill I took. It was like 20 years ago. And I took that I can see forever pill, I think. It's like floor 2 when that happened. It's been a while. I think at this point we have now broached unstoppability. We might be above any sort of consequence, which is not a good position to be in because it breeds kind of like complacency is the word I'm looking for. It breeds complacency because you go, you know, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. That was my original audition for Training Day, by the way. It's, you can see why I got the part, and then selflessly gave it up to a young actor, Denzel Washington, who, I mean, I was already established in the industry, so I thought, you know, give this up-and-coming, you know, yeah, he had chops, but it was raw talent, you know, he needed to hone it in, so that's what I told him. I went up to him and I said, Denzel, you got this job, but you gotta hone it in. He said, all right. That's my Denzel Washington impression. How you doing? That's not a very good Denzel Washington. It's not as good as my Lil Wayne. You wanna lick the rapper. You can get better than that. From somebody who's not me. Okay, less doppelgangers, please, because they're, I mean, mostly just annoying. Not that we should be taking this damage in the first place, but, you know, we're kind of, Maw of the Void is dried up. free agency market is not as good as it used to be, so I'm not picking up these hearts to the same level we were during the golden age here. No, the problem is you actually, like, we can take my shadow and actually synergize is okay here. I'm not going to fight Hush because we're a little light on HP. But my shadow synergizes, like, very, very mildly with IV Bag. So we can use that to our own benefit here. That took away our Eternal Heart. That was not a smart play. But we gotta use it. Like this, I need the damage. I need the speed, even if it's not very much speed per play. I still need the speed. I don't know, dude. The further I get into this run, the more I'm like, Libra actually. Wow, that was amazing. Libra actually sort of screwed us. So it actually, like, that sentence sounded remarkably like the intro to Pretty Fly for a White Guy, you know. Libra actually sort of screwed us. Dum 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 dum. Give it to me, baby. It's, you know, you don't waste your time editing that to work. It just works. Red hearts, please. Ugh. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here for 10 hours and do that. We only have 1 luck. I don't want to be here. I did that to myself times like 1,000. You're alive? Such a thing. I can't even open that, dude. Alright, I'll play until I get 1 heart now, because that's what I lost. Well, I don't know. That could take a while. I'll play until 85 cents. Look, I got things to do today. Let's go. Okay, the Isaac fight should be fine. We're not rolling in red hearts. Great name for a country music album themed around the binding of Isaac. I'm rolling in red hearts and my tears stat is down. My familiars have smiles, but all I do is frown. I got a poor speed stat and bad DPS, but I still beat the mom fight, I guess. Look, it could have been a lot worse, all things considered. It started off on kind of the wrong foot there. For an at-runtime song generation, can live with it. Not the right run to go to Delirium. I'm not salty about the Libra pickup either. Like, at least it made it more engaging. If we didn't have the Libra pickup, we would have like 20 damage right now, and I'd be like, oh, I don't know, well, this run's good. But instead, we got to talk about something, you know, slightly more dynamic, which is nice. I just wish, above all else, I wish our luck stat came along for the ride with us, you know? I guess we didn't need to take Dad's key in here. But I wish the luck stat came along for the ride with us, because 1 luck on the chest, not a particularly exciting time to be alive. Did you see the fly menace that we created and unleashed upon Daddy? Daddy there? That was outrageous. I think I just got him to dome himself. Seems positive to me. Oh yeah, just walk right into that, no problem. I mean, honestly, it actually is no problem because we have bad trip, which is the whole reason I took this down here, but if you use Dad's key against Dad, who is actually Mega Satan, I don't know why I changed that verbiage up. It's just the game theory. He shouldn't die instantly because that's way too easy, but he should, you know, go like, nice try, scumbag, and become like Super Satan. Super Satan, that's ridiculous. Satan only has 2 possible forms, Satan and Mega Satan. Where would a Super Satan even fit in? Would he be like, is he better or worse than Mega Satan? I don't know. Let's go. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.